All right. Today is mid-May. I believe we are the 16th or 17th of May, 2014, and this is what come off the yard today. As fresh as can be. These are a real good size. Sometimes people pick them a little too small. They're going to start to go or something, and you'll just start noticing, and then that's when you pretty much time to harvest them. Some things you may want to know is the spring variety of Morels are generally always going to be okay to eat, no questions about it. I wouldn't say I don't want to make it sound like it's dangerous or crazy, but there's the false Morels, but they come out generally in the summer and fall. So they're called black Morels. I have no knowledge of them being deadly or anything, but I know these are the common Morels to eat right here. So this is why I decided to make a video so people can really see a good view of them, what they different look like. So I guess I'll even try to get a little up closer there maybe, so you guys can get a good view of how I would like to describe it as a brain-like, but it's more like a coral or the old-fashioned sponges there, is I guess the more easily way. And now you can kind of look at the, maybe I can show you see the inside here. I'll grab a toothpick here. Maybe you can see all the way through because there's a hole on the other side, a little one there. Anyways, you can see how clearly there's a hole here. You know, I could even put my finger in it. Well, maybe just my little finger. I can show you, see. So now they come a little different too. Sometimes this one had the stem removed right off from the ground, and if they come with the stem, you'll still see the dirt. I tend to try to get them like this so I can get as much of this as I can. And sometimes, like I say, you start to know they're ready when there's little blemishes that are starting on them like that. When you get these little blemishes, you just cut them off, they'll be fine. Now, here to a bigger one, another small one there just to give you an idea, but the bigger one here actually has it I actually have it opened. You can see here. Now, these mushrooms, they're a little, I would like to call dirty, but what I'll do is I'll actually just take this like that and just make a quick little cut like this. That I will throw back outside just like that in the ground, usually where I found them, if I didn't get them off like this before. Now, again, I don't try to fight with them when they're coming out, but that's pretty much all I do. You can do this with a pair of scissors outside, although these were brought to me by my neighbor. I have them planted on both my neighbor's yards and my yard. And now with a little blemish, again, you will just go like that. I will take this blemish, also throw it in with the bringing it out to the yard stuff. And I think that is, one little more blemish on this one. Just a little light one. There. Now, you can wash these really quickly, especially if maybe one broke, you got a little dirt or something inside them. But these are more for people who are willing to eat, I want to use the word rustic, but for me, I would let these sit. Now you can use these fresh in food. They have a very low taste. I don't want to say they're like a puff or a giant puff mushroom. They don't have that buttery taste, but they don't have a very sharp mushroom taste. I'm not a big mushroom eater, and I find some mushrooms just too strong of a taste. These here aren't that strong. The weakest, I'd say, of all the mushroom tastes would be the shaggy manes, but these here are lighter tasting, I'd say, than the common button mushrooms that you get at the store. Now I'll let these sit out, as you see, on a napkin like this. And the reason I'll leave them sit out if I'm not using them right away in a dark area is so that there's spores that will drop from these. I'll take this after and I'll roll up this cloth, and then I'll, in the long like tube, I'll just rip off little shreds of it and I'll shove them in the ground outside all over the place. That's to help spread these. Now to give you an idea, I know I have a 1 inch here, so you can maybe over here see 5, 6. So the base of this is 1 inch. You know, maybe show you here lengthwise. Here's about a 3.5 inch, especially with what I chopped off the top. The bigger one was probably closer to 5 inches. The width of them are about I don't know, 2.5, 3 inches. Okay, if you want to know that in centimeters, we're roughly looking at 5 centimeters there, 50 millimeters if you will. The biggest one being about 60 centimeters, and the longest being about 120 or 12 centimeters, and that should give you an idea in different sizes for people. Now, like I say, I'll let these dry up, and over time, it doesn't take very long generally, but they'll come out like this. Now, these are them dry. This is last year's. I have lots, and every time I collect them, I put them all on a different sheet so I don't get wet ones near the drier ones. And then I'll just let them sit here. This way, you can even hear them. I'm trying to see, they're very hard. So you can just take them and crumble them like dust. I just crush them with the side of my knife on the cutting board, and then just hack them up anymore, and I'll throw them in a spaghetti sauce. People don't even know there's a mushroom there. As well as you can see, probably from there, all the color here. These are all the spores on here, and this is why I will roll this napkin up and then tear it up and spread it everywhere. That's how I'm going to get this. Now, I don't know if you can see, sometimes they get a little maybe not at all. Sometimes there's a little bad that might continue. You might get a little more to, oh yeah, okay, this one has it right here. Okay, right here, see how it's a little more white? That there, I'll try to show you. Listen, see how the crunch sound? And then I would just throw a little bit of that edge away. This isn't like bad food, and it won't keep going bad more and more. But that's all you got to do for this, and I'll keep that stuff and throw it again outside. Okay, and that is pretty much it. Like I say, these will store for, I don't know, like I say, I've had them out and they just sit. I have what do you call it, trays that I have, and lots of them, so that they just stack up, and there's a just always add thing. I have things like catnip and stuff that I dry out through the year and other things. But this is one of the mushrooms. Shaggy manes, I don't dry them. I use them fresh, and that's why I keep these for times of the year. These and the puff mushrooms I keep for the times of the year that you can't just get fresh mushrooms too easily. But anyways, I don't know what else you can say to need to know about the common morel. I guess maybe I'll take one of these smaller ones here that I already have and compare it to one of these bigger ones here. Okay, hang on, let me just move this one out of the way. Now you can see the difference. Hang on, let me just move that out of the way too. Okay, so I guess you can see the difference. Now this one is probably, well actually I should probably go like that, because that was probably closer to the mushroom there to there. So that's probably what those mushrooms right here are going to look like once they've dried out. This weighs, I don't know, very, very, very little. These are actually kind of heavy. You know, they are water filled. They almost feel like a sponge wise even. But again, they're very hollow compared to any mushrooms. So like I say, I like to eat these, and I put these in generally anything I have a form of tomato sauce or tomato paste, and I've always liked to add it a mushroom. But I'll even crumble these on top of a pizza like dust, and what I do is I put them on the tomato sauce itself before I put the cheese, so then people don't even know again that the mushrooms are there. People generally can't taste these mushrooms just make sure you know if somebody's allergic to mushrooms before you pull that kind of stuff. But I always ask people if they're allergic to anything, and I don't make it common so they can't take a food out when I'm cooking. Anyways, like I say, these are nice to eat and delicious. I hope it helps people gather some local food. Again, I'm in southern Ontario, Canada here. So this is again middle of May. That's the perfect time for these, as well as asparagus and rhubarb is just all over the place too, and you can get catnip as well. But I mean, for cooking, stir fry wise, you know, asparagus, mushrooms, and rhubarb is always a few nice items that people, I don't know if they really think about throwing them in stir fries, but they're really common right now. I think even the fiddleheads are out in the back in the bush too. So anyways, hope this has been an informative video for these morel mushrooms, the common morel. If I find or get some other mushrooms in, I'll try to do a video on those, because mushrooms are one of the dangerous things that people consume in our country, and that you should be very, very cautious before you just try to eat any or anything like that. And there's some rules I know I should say. I should almost put them in any mushroom video I have. That with mushrooms in particular, especially if you don't know them, the most important thing to do is if you take a mushroom, especially while it's wet, if you hold it in your hand for a long period of time, like you take a walk in the forest and you put the mushroom in your hand like this, and you actually hold on to it, basically to get a sweaty palm from the mushroom. If you will start feeling funny if there's something wrong with this mushroom, if it's a very highly poisonous or highly to the point of killing or to the point of hallucinogenic. You will know just by holding it for a prolonged period of time. You will feel the effects come out upon it. If you get a mushroom and you're in a die-hard situation where you really have to find food, you make this first pass, and you know that the food, don't be doing it with 10 mushrooms or 2 mushrooms. Only tried with one kind of mushroom when you're going to do it, and usually I would say the most abundant in source. But you hold it. If it makes it past hours of holding it, you know you're safe. You've had body contact with it for long periods of time. There's no rashes, no effects you're feeling in your body or anything. The next step would be just to take literally a little bit. That's even, I would say, a lot. Let's say half of that. Okay, so just like that, and put it on your tongue. Don't swallow it. All you do is you put it on the tip of your tongue. Any sensation of feelings, it's instant removal. Don't even swallow your spit. If it's been in your mouth and you're not swallowing your spit for about a minute, you can spit out your spit so you don't have any left. But then just place it under your tongue and press it with the bottom of your tongue to the bottom of your palate. Leave it there and don't swallow it. Just leave it there for half an hour. Again, if you feel the effects, you spit it out, you know you got some problem in your mushrooms. Maybe you're even allergic to a mushroom, but not everybody else is. There's allergic reactions. If it's so, you can take that piece and swallow it. If you're able to swallow that first piece like that, and you've waited a good day after that, each step, 24 hours in between each step, to make sure you're good. So by the 4th day, you can try to swallow this little piece. If 24 hours later you've been able to eat that little piece, you can go ahead and have 2 little pieces like this. And that's how you would test the mushroom to be as safe as not knowing what the mushrooms are going to be. Because some mushrooms take a day, even more, to show their symptoms of problems, especially the more deadly ones. So it's not something you just want to go every day la-di-dying with, because you can just kill yourself with this one. And you know, mushrooms are delicious, and to be able to be had is an awesome thing. But it's you just don't want to do a foolish thing with a mushroom, or tell a friend try this, and just thinking it's a giggles, because you might think it's an alright mushroom. It's very dangerous. So again, they can be really, really good, really, really delicious, especially for those who aren't very big mushrooms eaters. The more, I'd say, rare ones, or ones you don't find as much of, tend to be the better ones too. So anyways, these are my morel mushrooms. Again, I hope this video is very informative for people. All right. Thank you very much. Bye.